from Amelie Scott Designs, and I'm a Bernina brand ambassador. One of my favorite items in my studio is my little binding bag. It has all my hand binding supplies in one place, and so whenever I'm ready to bind a quilt, I just grab my bag and I'm ready to go. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do the lettering binding bag on my Bernina 880. So let's get started. Creating lettering on the Bernina 880 is so easy. All you have to do is go to your sewing mode, and then you go over here to the lettering. I'm going to pick the cursive font or the script font. And then before we begin, since we're going to be doing, we don't want to have just all the same letter, we want to have different letters, we're going to create a combination of letters. So we're going to hit the plus to create a combination. You notice that you see only A through L on your screen, but if we hit this little arrow, it expands the screen so we can see all the lettering. We have capital, we have small, we have numbers, and we have special characters. I'm going to start my lettering with a capital B for binding. And then I'm going to go over to my small lettering and finish out the word. I, D, I, N, G. Now between the word binding and the word bag, I want to have a space. So to find a space, you just go to your special characters. First icon is your space, and there it is. You can see it on the screen. Then I'm going to go back to capital letters for another capital B. And I'm going to finish up spelling the word bag, A, G. Simple as that. Then I'm going to decrease my screen. You can see the word binding and the word bag over here. Now, when you stitch a combination, just like you stitch any combination of stitches, it's going to keep stitching the same combination over and over and over. But we only want the word binding bag stitched out one time. It's so easy to make it so that it only stitches out one time. All you have to do is hit the information. You're going to go over here to this icon. This is your combination icon. It looks like 4 little blocks stacked up on each other. And the very first icon at the top is a little triangle with an X. That's how many we want of that combination. When I click it, it goes to 1. If I wanted to, make it 4, if I wanted to spell out the word binding bag 5 times, I could. I don't want to do that. Hopefully it will go back to 1. There we go. And we're back to 1, and that's all I need to do. I can close that window up. And all I have to do now is just stitch it out, and it will just stitch out binding bag one time now. Easy! For a second. So what I've done is I've taken a piece of white cotton cloth. I have stabilized the back with like a cutaway stabilizer, something kind of stiff to help me have a better stitch quality. You always want to stabilize decorative stitching. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the edge of this fabric with one of the lines here on my sewing table just to keep myself going straight so I don't get sideways. I'm going to just press my presser foot down. I'm not even going to use my foot control on this. I'm just going to simply hit my go button, and you see it stopped after it completed the words binding bag. Now I'm going to go over to my cutting. Now what I can do is I can cut these 2 stitches out. They're like 2 stitches right here and a little jump stitch. I'm going to go ahead and cut those out. Before I trim my lettering out, I want to let you know that I did not remove my cutaway stabilizer, and I also ironed a piece of Heat and Bond Light to the back of it so I will be able to press it onto my bag. When I cut my lettering out, I'm going to place my ruler a 1/4 inch past the end of the G and trim. I'm going to turn it around. Same thing, 1/4 inch past the last letter. Then I'm going to come to the top of the B, the top of the D, and I'm going to do the same thing, 1/4 inch past that. I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to go to the bottom of the G's. And I'm going to do a 1/4 inch. So now I have a very tiny little label. Then I've taken another piece of fabric, the red, that this is going to be glued onto. And I've also put some heat and bond on the back of this, so I will be able to glue it on. I'm going to leave it on for right now. I'm going to peel the paper off the heat and bond. I'm going to take it to my iron and I'm going to go glue that in place. After I press the binding bag white label onto the red label, I'm going to trim it as well 1/4 inch past the white label. And then I'm going to peel the paper off the back of it and reveal the glue so I can glue it on to my bag. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the center of the width of my bag. I'm going to mark it with a pen. I'm going to take my label, I'm going to fold it in half to find the center, and I'm going to put it about 1/4 inch above where the red fabric meets the flower fabric. Because the part of this is going to be used for the zipper. So about 1/4 inch. I'm going to pin it in place and then go press it with my iron. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this beautiful little satin stitch around my red, and then I'll change threads and do it with the white. So I'm going to start with the red. I'm going to go to a zigzag stitch. I have it set at 40 length, or 0.40 length, and my stitch width is 4.0. I like that. And then I'm just going to start satin stitching. There you have it. Pretty little label for your bag. Well, that's all for today. Don't forget to watch the other 2 videos, one on quilting your bag and the other for putting the zipper in the bag. Have a good day. Bye-bye.